you give to someone who is considering a career in teaching? If someone who is watching me and is considering teaching as profession, I must say uh, you only get into this profession if you love to teach. If you have empathy for children. There are people जो बहुत जल्दी they get irritated with the noise and with the children, and they don't want that in their lives. They want peace in their life. So it's not like that. No हंसी मजाक class, especially when I talk about body shaming. We all have faced such kind of things that कोई healthy बच्चा है and we call मोटा, and जो कोई height कम है छोटा. There's a category of students who are who shows quite low engagement and they lack focus. So our main purpose is to get them on the track, so that they go on with the pace of the student who are quite active. But we forget that हमें अपने बच्चे को ये भी बोलना है कि इवन आपको भी किसी को अब्यूज नहीं करना, आपको भी उसमें इन्वॉल्व नहीं होना है. We have to do that. We have to tell our children कि if someone is abusing you in any way, that is wrong. But if you are abusing someone, that is also wrong. So learners हमें methods try करने पड़ते हैं, and it's a teacher's job to do that.
And what are some common stresses for teachers and how can they manage them?
Common stresses, if I talk, there are I already told you that first stressor if I talk is the students, few students in class. Doing not doing well, so shows low engagement, and we keep that in our mind all the time, that how we manage them, how we do that, and there are times when we get.
I am Mohd Usman from Grade VIII, Doon International School, Rajouri. I am the host of this podcast with our special guest, Dr. Arfana Thaker. So now I would like to call her for today's podcast.
Thank you, Usman. It's good to be here. Thank you so much.
Can you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Myself, Arfana Thaker. I've done PhD in political science. By profession, I am a teacher for around 11 years.
So ma'am, my first question is, every individual has their own behavior in classroom. So how can a teacher manage all of them?
In a classroom, we have diversified students. We don't get all the same kind of students in a class. We have students who are really active, who are really focused, and they want to learn new things. They're very quick. And then there is a category of students who are who shows quite low engagement and they lack focus. So our main purpose is to get them on the track, so that they go on with the pace of the student who are quite active. So for that, we try new techniques, we try new methods for them, and sometimes those techniques works and sometimes it doesn't.
My second question is, some students are slow learners and are not good in academics. So how can teachers improve them?
First of all, we need to identify the students. That's the first step. It should be done on early stages. When we go to the class, in the starting year. So when we identify those students who are slow learners, So what we do is that we see what's going to work on them, right? For active students, there is no, हमें कुछ effort नहीं लगाना पड़ता है, but for slow learners हमें methods try करने पड़ते हैं, and it's a teacher's job to do that. It's on us how we do that. So we try new methods. We get to explore things and see what works on them.
My third question is being a teacher is not an easy job. So what support do you think school management and parents should give to a teacher?
To run an institution, any institution, if we, it's not only about education. It's, if I talk about if I talk about every office or private sector, government sector, it cannot run on a single person. If we talk about school, it cannot run only on teacher. So I call it, it's a partnership. It's a partnership of school management, parents, teachers, and students. So when they work together and when a teacher gets help and cooperation from school management, only then an institution can run effectively.
My next question is how can schools satisfy teachers from their job?
How can school satisfy teachers? I think a school should provide an environment to teachers where they feel safe, and most importantly, they feel valued, and respected as well. If a teacher finds a school environment not good enough, how can they work on students if they are not feeling valued, if they are not feeling good for themselves? So I think school plays crucial role, for teachers to to get that school working in a very good manner.
And my next question is what are some misconceptions about the teaching profession?
Misconception, there are lots of misconception, I must say. I heard and I read all, when we read comments on social media and everywhere. Most of the people, they feel that it's just a 9 to 3 job. It's very easy, and teacher gets summer breaks and winter breaks and whatnot. So it's not an easy job. It's quite we need to get prepared ourselves. It asks for teacher time and energy and it's emotion, everything. So it's the thing is that जो teacher fraternity है ना, they are doing it so gracefully that it looks easy, but it's not that easy, you know. So you know,
Yes, my next question is how can teachers stay motivated and engaged in their work?
to stay motivated at workplace, a teacher must keep reminding themselves that the initial reasons. What I do is that I keep reminding myself the initial reason that why I get into this profession. It's I love teaching. I love to interact with different students. There are students in the class who say something, at that really made your day. There are students who tells different stories that ma'am asked the way, ma'am this, ma'am that.
So yeah,
All the day, ma'am this, that. They feel very safe around the teacher. They feel very safe around us, and they made us feel that we're here for them. So and I must say that every person, if he wants to get motivated in in his or her profession, he must love his job. You must love their job. You must love what you do. If you not love what you do, but you cannot stay motivated. You must love that.
Now, how do you handle difficult parents-teacher interactions?
Every school, they conduct parent-teacher meeting, regularly. So even we get to that parent-teacher meetings, and not every parent is same. There are different kind, different parents with different thinking, with different expectations. You know, and sometimes we get to interact with parents who are difficult. Because of their expectations, they think that हमारा बच्चा आपके पास है, you have to do everything. We don't do that. We don't have that time. हम बच्चे को उतना वो नहीं कर सकते हैं, हमने आपके पास छोड़ा है, we have to do everything. So and sometimes we don't understand that it's a parent, student and teacher partnership ना. जितना वर्क जो है वो टीचर को बच्चे पे करना है, उससे ज्यादा वर्क जो है वो पेरेंट को बच्चे पे करना है, और उसी कोऑपरेशन we need that cooperation from parents so that the child can grow. But sometimes they don't understand. Sometimes they just
Put pressure on teachers.
yeah, they just blame everything. Our child is not doing good. It's all up to you. So to get that kind of parents, and somehow it's very difficult for us to manage them.
So now my next question is, how can teachers stay updated with the changing curriculum and teaching methods?
Yeah, there are nowadays it's not difficult. It's very easy. There are numerous platforms where a teacher get updated. There are online lectures. YouTube is flooded with everything, and there are and our government is doing really well in that. We have that training sessions conducted by the DIET, and where every teacher get that opportunity to attend that trainings, workshops, conferences, and whatnot. So there are apps. The government have developed so many apps for teachers to reset curriculum, change structure of teaching methods and everything. So if a teacher wants to get wants to get updated, there are numerous things.
What role do you think technology plays in modern teaching?
In modern teaching, technology is playing a crucial role. Yeah, it's been really helpful for teachers and for everyone. Even students are using quite effectively if they want to use it in a positive way, in a positive manner. So there are syllabus getting changing, and there are methods getting changing current scenario. So we need to get updated ourselves and make use of internet well.
So, how do you prioritize self-care as a teacher?
Self-care, I think self-care is very important. Very important. I think everyone should consider it. If we talk about teachers or anyone, especially for working women, अगर आप अपनी सेल्फ केयर को इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं देंगे, अगर आप उसको इग्नोर करेंगे, तो ऑब्वियसली जब तक आप खुद नहीं होंगे बेटर, तो आप एक अच्छा एनवायरनमेंट नहीं क्रिएट कर पाएंगे. Sometimes self care relates to physical appearance most of the times, I guess, but it's not actually. It's not just about how we look, how we appear. It's about physical health, and most importantly, it's about mental health. If you're feeling well mentally, if you're strong here, you then will do better in life.
So, how can schools acknowledge and reward teachers for their achievements?
First of all, I must say that schools must and regularly reward teachers. It's maybe it's not at a kind of prize or something. A mere words of appreciation can do that. You must appreciate teachers' effort on a regular basis. School shouldn't wait for some kind of occasion, like maybe annual day or whatever days, they should. It can be done, in a staff meeting. It can be done on morning assembly. If you think a teacher is doing extraordinary for your students, for the school, and कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर निकल के अगर टीचर कुछ अच्छा कर रहा है तो आपको उसको अप्रिशिएट करना चाहिए, रेगुलरली करना चाहिए एंड साथ साथ में करना चाहिए so that the other teachers get motivated and they will do more for the student.
Okay, my next question is, what are some new teaching methods you have tried and how effective were they?
See, we are getting, I already told you, we are getting trainings and continuous training sessions where we have been taught about the methods, different methods, like playway method, storytelling method for primary classes. But for I think elementary classes, playway method doesn't work like in primary classes. So what I do, I explore different new methods for the students. The recent I tried is like I made group of students. I made group of students in a class, and फिर आप उनको जो है अपना जो आपने पढ़ाया होता है उस पे आप उनको टॉपिक्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं एंड फिर उन ग्रुप्स को जो है आप ऑफर करते हैं कि आप स्टेज पे आए एंड एक लेक्चर आप उस तरह से टीच करें बच्चों को then how it affects like when I first joined the class and I asked students that what do you want to become in future and all this when we get introduced students. So they had no clue. They were clueless. Ma'am, what are you asking? क्या बनना है? We don't know. We have no idea. They were clueless. But now when I try this method कि आपने एक टीचर की तरह आपको जो है अपना जो आपने प्रिपेयर किया उसको प्रेजेंट करो, then now they are getting interested. Now they ask कि मैम क्या we want to become teacher, फिर क्या करना होता है टीचर बनने के लिए. It's good to get that response. So I think it's working and let's see how it's going to work in future. But I keep trying and all the teachers, the young generation is quite active and they are good at trying different methods and new methods. So it's working on them. It's working on students. Yeah.
How do you handle teaching responsibilities in household tasks?
As I said, it looks easy when you saw a teacher, or it may seem that
Being a
it
teacher is so
is
easy.
so easy. It cannot be that difficult. The other professions are quite. They compare the teaching profession with the other profession. But it's what I do is like I divide things, like I divide larger goals into smaller ones. And the key point is to focus on progress rather than perfection. I don't go for perfection. When I see a student progressing, I feel really good. And what I do is I don't mix up things. So one thing at a time. You leave your work at school and you leave your personal issues at home. There's a line between professional life and personal life, and we need to draw that line. We make sure that we don't mix up things. We don't mix professional life and personal life, and that's it's quite then becomes easy to handle both the things.
And what are some common stresses for teachers and how can they manage them?
Common stresses, if I talk, there are, I already told you that first stressor, if I talk, is the students, few students in class,
Which are not doing
we
well.
have to not doing well, which are, shows low engagement, and we keep that in our mind all the time that how we manage
How can we
them,
improve them?
yeah, how we do that, And there are times, when we get overloaded. Because if you explore, if you get to out someday explore things, you will see that we don't have that clerical staff in school, or that do the extra work. So a teacher have to do, the teaching thing as well as non-teaching thing, right? So sometimes we feel very quite burdened. We have to handle, the
Many
students,
students at a time.
many students at a time, the clerical work, the charges, the building fund, science fund, midday meal in government schools. So we have to, when there are times, examination and then marking and everything and whatnot. So sometimes we feel overburdened, sometimes we feel quite, we take time that how we handle that. So that's a common stressor for teachers.
How to manage them?
Uh, what I do is I take time. I take time to do things. I'm planners. When you plan things, you will eventually get to do things in a clear manner.
My next question is, how can schools support teachers handling students' mental health issues?
School management can play a crucial role in doing that. When a teacher get to know the students, he know their student that this student needs attention, this special attention, and then a teacher must talk to the school management about those students. And a school, then there is a responsibility of school management to cooperate with the teacher. To cooperate with the teacher, to talk to them, and to get to know that okay, let's sit, let's have a talk, and let's find the solution. Then they communicate. If they communicate better, they will find the solution for their students.
My next question is, what are the pros and cons of being a teacher?
Being a teacher, pros and cons. There are pros and cons to everything. But being a teacher, if we focus on pros rather than cons, then we set a good example for students. So most of the time I do focus on pros for being a teacher, because I love my students. I love to teach. I love to be around them. Cons, pros we obviously you become financially independent. You have your individuality. So if I talk about cons, yes, sometimes you feel guilt. You feel guilty about that you not giving time to your family. You're not 24/7 present. You cannot be 24/7 present to your family. So sometimes I do feel guilt about it. But most of the times when I saw my students doing well, and I feel proud to be a teacher.
And how can teachers communicate effectively with parents about the child's progress?
See, if we're getting good parents in terms of understanding parents, then we don't find it difficulty to deal with them. But if we see then there are few parents who are difficult to handle, we need to talk to the management. Okay, we need your support. I cannot handle such parents. Sometimes they come yelling, and they come, very aggressive. हमारे बच्चे के साथ भी हो गया, वो क्या होता है क्योंकि स्कूल में बच्चे हैं तो obviously their kids, तो कुछ भी होता है वहाँ पे तो they come to school very in an aggressive manner. So what we do is first what we try to do is to try to calm them, and we say to them that okay, that's it, let's have a talk, and we will हम बात करेंगे इस बारे में, हम अगर आपकी कॉपरेशन होगी तो आपका बच्चा जो है हमारे आवर ड्यूटी टू उसको सेफ रखना है और दैट सो यू ट्राई टू कम्युनिकेट इन अ वेरी सूदिंग मैनर it's not like कि अगर पेरेंट वहाँ से aggressive हुआ है we also get aggressive on them we try to keep our pace yeah we
My next question is, what professional development opportunities are most valuable for teaching?
professional development in while teaching while in this job we get the opportunity to explore more even they're providing us various workshop to attend various conferences to attend so we get that opportunity teacher get to know more for their professional growth so sometimes even if while teaching we we saw the topic and we get इसमें कुछ different कर सकते हैं जो already old method चल रहा है उससे अगर कुछ better हम कर सकते हैं तो हम उस पर अपना बेस्ट देते हैं जब हम ट्रेनिंग या कॉन्फ्रेंस या कुछ भी अटेंड करते हैं तो इसमें बहुत आगे भी जा सकते हैं इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा lot of get to do more things.
And my next question is, what changes would you like to see in education system to support teachers better?
See, our education system, if I talk about our education system, we all may agree that our education system is completely child-centered. Everything, every technique, every stream that is all about child-centered. बच्चे के लिए होना चाहिए बच्चों को ऐसा होना चाहिए ये गवर्नमेंट this method that everything revolves around child and it's good it's good but sometimes we feel that the teacher community get involved by the education system there must be few things an education system can incorporate for teachers as well yeah, they are doing well. They are providing us, various things, but it should not be completely child-centric. It should be balancing. There should be a balance between a teacher and a student. Because somehow we have seen from the past few years, like in our times, the teacher get respected in different way. But nowadays we are seeing that the student they have somehow forgotten the that respect that a teacher deserves. So we need to be corrected. Our education system needs to do few things that a student must realize that this person is my teacher and he or she completely deserves my respect. So they have to play some role in that.
Would you give to someone who is considering a career in teaching?
If someone who is watching me and is considering teaching as profession, I must say you only get into this profession if you love to teach. If you have empathy for children. There are people who बहुत जल्दी they get irritated with the noise and with the children and they don't want that in their lives. They want peace in their life. So it's not like that. If you love love to teach, if you love to be around children, and if you love to see someone growing and someone progressing, and that gives you satisfaction, only then you get into this profession.
Okay. Any message for parents who are watching you?
Yeah, I do have a few messages. First of all is like most of the parents, I being a parent, what I do is कि जब हमारा बच्चा when he or she
is going somewhere, तो हम whether it's school, tuition or for to play, तो हम अपने बच्चे को ये कहते हैं कि okay if you get आपको बाहर कोई abuse करता है आपको कोई बच्चा कुछ कोई कहता है abuse in terms of anything verbal abuse, physical abuse, body shaming or whatever, then हम बच्चों को कहते हैं do tell us, हमें मम्मा को बताना, हमें बताना और टीचर को इन्फॉर्म करना. बट वी फॉरगेट दैट हमें अपने बच्चे को ये भी बोलना है कि इवन आपको भी किसी को अब्यूज नहीं करना है, आपको भी उसमें इन्वॉल्व नहीं होना है. we have to do that. We have to tell our children कि if someone is abusing you in any way, that is wrong. But if you are abusing someone, that is also wrong. That is equally, if not equally, that is worse. So we need to keep an eye on our children to that कि यार हमारा बच्चा तो इस चीज़ का हिस्सा नहीं है क्यों, because most of the times it starts from हंसी मजाक in a class, especially when I talk about body shaming. We all have faced such kind of things that कोई healthy बच्चा है and we call मोटा, and जो कोई height कम है छोटा, if someone has grayish or blue eyes and blue kind of the words, it starts from हंसी मजाक, चिढ़ाना and all that. But if एक बच्चा start करता है, then the whole class start to do that. Get just like spread like fire. तो वो जो impact है ना वो एक उस बच्चे को, स्पेशली बॉडी शेमिंग जो एक बच्चे को ना चाइल्डहुड ट्रॉमा, इट गिव्स अ चाइल्डहुड ट्रॉमा टू दैट किड, and in future he won't forget that. We have seen movies, we have seen web series which are based on true events where we have seen that जो crimes, psychic kind of कि जो लोग crime की तरफ हैं, they have that history of childhood trauma. They have faced things like that in their childhood. वही crime की तरफ जाते हैं. And we need to realize कि बचपन का childhood का एक मजाक जो है वो get that worse, it leads to a crime, it makes a person a criminal. So हमें जो है अपने बच्चे को ये realize करवाना है that if आपको कोई abuse कर रहा है तो आपने उसका ध्यान रखना है, but आपने भी and if you see someone is abusing other person, try to make them stop. Try to make them stop. If you can't stop them, at least don't be a part of that. At least don't be a part of that. Stay away from them. Try to inform your teacher that this is happening in this class, and it need to be stopped from the start. Because once it get वो बढ़ जाता है, then वो वहाँ पे stop नहीं होता है. It just go on and on and on. So we need to keep an eye on that too first, and then the next thing is that most of the parents, what they are doing nowadays, especially this internet world, they're comparing their children to others. See that child is doing better than you, that child is doing this, that doing that. तो आपने बच्चे के माइंड में ना कंपैरिजन डाल देते हैं. आपको लगता है कि आप उस पर एक कॉम्पिटिटिव फीलिंग दे रहे हो, बट इट्स नॉट अ कॉम्पिटिटिव फीलिंग. आप उसको कंपेयर करके लेस फील करा रहे हो. सो यू नीड टू स्टॉप दैट. We need to stop that. We don't need to do that. You always try to say your child that you're the best. Every child is unique. Every child has their capabilities and their हर बच्चे की एक अपनी क्वालिटी होती है, and with time eventually बच्चा वो उसकी कैपेबिलिटी वो निकल के आती है. So don't rush. Don't just कि आपको अभी से ही सारी क्वालिटीज आपका बच्चा जो है he or she will do, academics में भी अच्छा करे, curriculum में भी अच्छा करे, play हर चीज में eventually he or she will learn with his pace, जो उसका एक nature है उसमें वो जाएगा. तो no need to compare your child. And to the mothers who are watching me, don't get influence. हम आजकल इंटरनेट पे देखते हैं mothers are doing this and that. No need to be a superwoman. Just every day, just say to yourself that you're the best. I'm the best. My child is best, and keep that positivity in your mind, and you will eventually become the best. Your child will become the best.
Thank you, ma'am, for your precious time. We are glad to have you in our school.
Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for watching us. Just stay tuned with Doon International Podcast.